Hey, it's Karen from Scarlett Coaching. Guys, if you are singing pop, I strongly recommend that you stop trying to classify your voice using the Fach Classification system. It can absolutely do more harm than good, and here is why. So first of all, what am I talking about? What is the Fach Classification system? So we're talking about a system that was created primarily for writers. This was not created for singers. It was created for classical writers so they could easily write music for the voice. So we have 6 main voice classifications using this system. Guys, there are 3 for you. Ladies, there are 3 for you. So the lowest one, basses, think Barry White. Moving up, we have baritones. Axl Rose is a good example. And then tenors, Freddie Mercury. Moving on to ladies, we have altos, think Adele. Then we have mezzos, think Beyonce. And then we have sopranos, think Mariah Carey. But here's the thing, because we are human beings made of flesh and blood, more often than not, a voice does not just neatly fit into one of these voice classifications because they have very definite ranges. So let me give you the example of Barry White. Barry White sang an octave higher than he was supposed to be able to sing if we were talking about classifying him as a bass. Likewise, Mariah Carey, she's supposed to be a soprano. She sings like an octave lower than she's supposed to be singing. So what often happens with singers is they get put in the wrong category just because they can sing certain notes. So I've worked with loads of singers who've gone for choir auditions or gone to join a choir, and they're asked to sing a song, and it's discovered that they can sing, let's say, for example, really high or really low. So if you can sing really high, you might get shoved in as a soprano. If you can sing low, you might get put in as a bass or an alto. But that doesn't mean that that's the best part of your voice. Just because you can sing really high does not mean that your voice is at its best singing those really high notes or those really low notes. So here's what I recommend that you figure out to help you get the best out of your voice and to sound the best that you can sound. So number 1, your absolute lowest note. And then I want you to work out what your absolute lowest comfortable note is. And there is a difference. So let me give you an example. So I can sing on a really good day, like the E, an octave below middle C. And I might sing that in a studio setting if I'm recording a song and I really want it to sound like low and moody or sexy. But I know that my lowest comfortable note, the note I can sing on any given day, is actually the G above that E. So this is the G below middle C. So when it comes to singing live, I'm not going to sing lower than that G. That's my lowest comfortable note. Moving up, I want you to do exactly the same, but the other end of the spectrum. So what's your absolute highest note? Now, I'm not talking about guys who can sing in the whistle register. Most of us mere mortals cannot access that register. I'm talking about your head voice. So what's your absolute highest note in your head voice? Then again, you want to work out your most comfortable, your absolute highest note that's really comfortable, that you can get to time and time again, that you don't have to strain for. It's not a big struggle for you to get to that note. And then the last one you're going to figure out is what's your highest chest voice note. So once you've got all of this information, it's going to give you a massive amount of choice when it comes to picking songs and then picking keys, because the goal is to make the song fit your voice or pick songs that fit your voice. And then you can look at changing the keys and stuff like that so that you really highlight your voice at its best. Because just remember, just because you can sing certain notes does not mean that that's your voice at its absolute best. And let me give you an example. When I was younger, I used to be obsessed with trying to sing as high as possible. That was my benchmark of great singing. And then one day I was working on an album, recorded a song, I'd written this song, and I thought I was really clever. Like, oh my God, this is so high. Like, wow, I'm a great singer. Look how high I can sing. Listened back to the demo and I realized that it was absolute rubbish. It sounded terrible. So then what I did was I went on the journey of exploring the melody a little bit and the key. And I think I ended up doing it like a 5th lower than the original key that I wrote it in. And it just sounded great. People don't care how high you sing. Most of the time what they're listening for is how good do you sound. And remember, you are an individual person. You're an individual instrument. You have an individual voice. So you are much better served making songs fit you rather than trying to squeeze your voice to fit songs. Hope this video helps. Hope it serves. Look forward to seeing you soon.